Okay, now we're back for real. I just had a false start, and this time I will get it right. So no waiting on the 2-minute mark. I'm gonna start right now. Alright, so it was 10 years ago today. So today is like my birthday, my second birthday. My original birthday is July 19th, 1977, which would make me 40 years old. And I was just guessed the other day that I'm only 24 when I'm really 40. My second birthday happened 10 years ago today, which was August 12th of 2007. And so today is August 12th of 2017. So happy second birthday for me today. So I'm just going to talk off the cuff, but I'll keep it moving, flowing like. I'll keep it flowing so that you don't click off and you stay on. I'll just keep it flowing, and I'll invite you too, just like I was invited, but in a bit different set of circumstances and a different whatever. I was in a freaking hotel something or another. So 10 years ago today, the girl that I was dating at the time, we were dating for about 2.5 years. Her name is Michelle, and she had got involved in a home business, a network marketing company called Team Beachbody. And so she got in and she invited me. I said no for 3 months, and then I saw that she was starting to make really nice money. She was getting really healthy from the product, and I'm like, oh, this seems cool. And honestly, the thing that put me over, whatever word I'm looking for, was the fact that I knew her personally and she wasn't an infomercial. Because you know, when you're looking at the TV infomercials or an infomercial from whatever online nowadays, you always wonder, are they full of shit? Are they over exaggerating? Are they flat out lying and this and that? And you just don't know. It looks, wow, that looks really cool, but it just can't be. And so you just don't know. So this person I knew personally, and that was really the thing that put me over the line. That 3 months later I eventually said, okay, sign me up, here's my credit card. I have no job, I have no income, unemployment ran out, I have no way to pay this off or anything. I mean, it was really literally that bad. I had no way to pay it off, but I put it on my credit card, which I had no way of paying off. But I had my reasons, believe me. I also had no time to build the damn thing. So, I didn't have a clue as to what I was doing. I had no skills in this whatsoever. And I didn't have any reason to believe that I could learn it because I was in special education classes when I was in grade school. I rode the short bus. And I still struggle to get straight D's as in David. Not B as in boy, but D's as in David. So I had all that shit working against me, but I signed up anyway and I did it. And so what I've learned is that this is the one thing, maybe the only one thing, I don't know, but it certainly is the one thing that can reach down to a person who is dumb, special ed, doesn't have the skills, doesn't have any time, and has no income, no job, no money whatsoever. And it can be the thing to pull that person out, to have all those things, to get the skill, the money, the time freedom, and the confidence, and good health inside out. And I've proven that because that was me, totally. So that's what happened to me, and those are some of the things that I learned over the past 10 years. So time frame, how long did it take me? Well, as far as my physical transformation, took me 90 days. I've got before and after pictures on my website, and I think buried on Facebook somewhere. If you want to see, let me know. I'll just include it in the thread here, in this post, in the thread. I'll show you the before and after, the 90-day difference, and it's huge. It's like, you know, the kind that you see on infomercials that you're wondering, they're full of shit. They didn't do that in 90 days. Well, I did. I really did. So if you want to see that, let me know, and I'll include it in the thread here somewhere. I'll just upload it. So anyway, that was 90 days. And then as far as the financial transformation, that took me 2.5 years. 2.5 years in my spare time, because I didn't have any time. And I was able to do it in 2.5 years without really having any time to do it. So that's pretty cool. And in 2.5 years, what that looked like for me is I could call off the job search. Because remember I said when I got started, I didn't have a job, I had no income, no unemployment benefits, I had nothing coming in. And I had no way of paying off my credit card to put this on my credit card. I just didn't have it. And my startup fee back then was $240. So $240 I put on my credit card, and I had no way of paying it off because I had no income coming in, not even unemployment benefits, and nothing. So what I did was I just got my ass to work, man. I just brought some incredible work ethic to the table and my hunger to learn, because I didn't know how I was going to do it or how I was going to pay off my credit card. I didn't know how I was going to do it with no time that I had available to me. So I just got my ass to work, busy learning, and then busy taking action as I was learning what I was learning. That's really it. So So run those parallels by you. If you're ever thinking about you want to own your life and your time so that you can own your life and spend your time how you want, all that really matters is a person is really hungry to learn some new skills and then put whatever it is that you're learning to work for you. So it took me 2.5 years to make the financial transformation where I called off the job search because I never did find a job. But I was making enough money at that point where I don't need a job anymore. These paychecks are larger than the paychecks I was getting when I did have a full-time job. So I called off the job search. And then fast forward a little bit after that, see this house right here? I paid for this house in cash. No income when I started, no unemployment benefits when I started, I had nothing coming in, didn't know how I was going to pay off the $240 startup fee. And a few years or so later, I buy a house in cash. And then since then I've bought 6 more houses. So I own a total of 7 houses. And my starting point was literally I didn't have any income coming in. I didn't know how I was going to pay off $240 in credit card debt to get started. And fast forward a few years, I own 7 houses. And I don't have a job, and I don't need a job, and I'm not looking because I don't need one, don't want one. And so the moral of all of that is it doesn't matter where a person is. All that matters is that somebody is hungry as fuck to learn new skills, and then hungry as fuck to put to practice those new skills that you are learning. It doesn't matter how broke you are, how dumb you are, how much lack of time you have, no time, or in debt you are, or none of that matters. It really doesn't. That's where the network marketing thing came into play, because if you were to try to pull yourself up by your own bootstraps, as they say, in anything else, and if somebody can find something else, please show it to me. I keep an open mind. If there's nothing else a person would be able to do to find something that would reach down that low to help them pull them out. There's just nothing else out there. I looked at real estate. You need a big down payment, 25%, like say $50,000 just to afford the down payment and maybe get a cash flow of $50 a month. Okay, put out $50,000 of my own money, get $50 a month back, $50,000, $50. Yeah, that's not going to work for probably 99% of the population. Start my own business. Well, let's see, I might need to take out a bank loan and put my house up as collateral. If I don't have a house, I guess there's no collateral. No bank is going to give me a loan, and oh my god, I could lose everything. Okay, that's not going to work for almost everybody. And then there's the network marketing thing, where somebody can be broke and stupid and poor and a complete mess in every way, like I was when I started, and you can pull yourself up by your own bootstraps with that. I mean, my start was $240 I put on a credit card, as you heard me just talk about, and I had no idea how I was going to pay it off because I had no income. So I was dumb enough to put $240 on a credit card when I had no income and no way of paying it off. But really, how stupid was I? A few years later, I bought my house in cash, and I own 7 houses now. I'm not selling them, I'm not flipping them or anything like that, and I don't have a job, and I travel, and traveling is expensive, and I don't have a job, and if I had a job, I would not be able to afford to do these things. Most importantly, if I had a job, I wouldn't be able to afford to do what I want with my time. And that's what it all boils down to, is being able to do what a person wants with their time. And one thing that I learned after the fact that I signed up for all of this is that the funny thing about money, it either owns you or you own it. And what I mean by that is, if you depend on showing up somewhere repeatedly so that you keep getting money coming in so you can pay your bills, then you're controlled and manipulated by that money. If you have the option of, okay, I'm not going to show up anymore for whatever, it doesn't matter if it's a job or a self-employment experience, it doesn't matter what it is, you can just say, okay, I'm not going to show up anymore, I'm just going to do what I want and I'll be fine, my bills will be covered anyway. And I mean, wouldn't that be great? Go back to your childhood and make all your bills disappear? This is how. Then money no longer controls or manipulates you, and you can buy your life back because you buy your time back. And the only income that can do that is passive and residual income, which no job offers, and not even trading stocks can offer that. Trading stocks is a step up from job money. And you know what? Even most self-employed people can't do that because the dollar in their business owns them. They can't walk away. They have to keep showing up. It's a hamster wheel paycheck just as much as a job is a hamster wheel. And we're supposed to be human beings, right? So, and that was my starting point that I went into where I was dumb and no income and no skill and rode the short bus to school, still struggled to get straight D's and all those things, and no idea how I could pay off $240, just $240 on a credit card to start this whole thing. And the product is a product that totally changed my physical health. I reversed my health in 90 days, and I got pictures and measurements and all these different tests that show it. So that's pretty cool too. So my vision for the future is to invite all of you, each and every one of you, and then from there work with the people that want it too, you know, the willing, as they say, work with the willing. It was one of my favorite philosophies, 'cause otherwise I gotta go try to convince people and be a salesperson, and I'm really not a salesperson. My MO is I put it in front of people and they can decide what they want to do with it, and it's all good either way. In fact, there's a lot of people I try to talk out of it, if you can believe that, because I'm very, I like to be with people who are hungry. I love hunger. Hunger is a healthy concept, the right kind of hunger, right? So that's my invitation for all of you that have a mad desire for learning new skills, and an even madder desire for putting to work the new skills that you learn as you learn them, and you like the idea of a product that helps people, that's organic, that organically helps people to live healthier, happier, more fulfilling lives, maybe take some pharmaceutical customers away from them because they just got healthier and they don't need that anymore, and maybe help people reverse chronic debt as well as chronic disease, and maybe profit from perpetuating health and wealth instead of profit from managing sickness and oftentimes creating poverty. So if you like that line of philosophy, and you have a positive energy about money instead of a negative one, like you see money as a good thing, then I invite you, just private message me and I'll show you what I got. And if you like it, we'll do it, and if you don't, it's no big deal, we won't do it. Just don't bullshit me. That's all I ask for. No bullshitting allowed. The only time somebody ever really gets angry at me is if they're bullshit me, I catch them in a lie and I call them on it, and then they're like, "Go ahead, Tom." So that's it, friends. That's all I got for you. Happy 10-year anniversary to me, and happy 10-year anniversary to all of you who do this with me who are around 10 years from today. 10 years from today. No big deal. No big deal at all. Feel free to share this with your friends on Facebook and wherever else. And I've also got my website, tomburkenmeyer.com. Take out the space, all lowercase, just as you see spelled here on social media, tomburkenmeyer.com. One more time, tomburkenmeyer.com. I also like floating around fireyourboss.xyz, not .com. I couldn't get the .com. Someone else already got that one. Damn it. But I did get the .xyz, so that's fireyourboss.xyz. I love that one. And I'll hear from whoever at Facebook inboxes me, I'll hear from you. And everyone else, maybe I'll hear from you tomorrow then, after you think about it for a day. I have no idea. So, coming at you live from my backyard. The back of my backyard. Okay, take care, everyone. Here's to another 10 years. The flip, do I turn this thing off?